And, you know, we're all learning together as we do this. So I'm gonna, oh, ayan no. So if you don't know me, I'm Malia Nobriga Oliveira, and I'm one of the kumu. I'm a specialist at Hawaiʻinuiākea, the School of Hawaiian Knowledge, and just really excited to be partnering with Kanaio Kana and so many of our other partners who are helping to bring this kind of programming in these special times to all of you. No leila, aloha e na hoa, mai kuʻuʻaina hoʻi kuʻuʻaina hanau o hanapepe Kauai, mai kuʻu ʻohana, I kou ʻohana, aloha. So I'm gonna ask my good friend Kalei Nuʻuhiwa to come off mute and to do a short introduction of herself. Aloha Kalei.
Aloha kako, wau no hoʻi o Kalei Nuʻuhiwa. No Maui mai au, I ke manawa ke noho ne au ia nei I makahului me koʻu makuahine. Yeah, mahalo hoʻi no keia papahana I hiki aʻu ke kaana like I kekahi mea liʻiliʻi me ʻoko I keia la mahalo. How's it gangi? How's it gangi? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, how's it gangi out there? We got them all coming from Hawaiʻi, Aʻi, Niʻihaupaha, and you know, even beyond that, we had people joining us in some of our sessions from Aotearoa. And so we're gonna try and do another poll so that we can officially, you can come on and tell us where you're joining us from. And so I'm gonna launch it right now. So it should be popping up. And so it's asking, where are you tuning in from? Hawaii Island, Maui, Kaho'olawe, Lanai, Molokai, Oahu. Oh wait, no, yeah, that's Molokai. For most people, they say Molokai. Oahu, Kauai, Ni'ihau, maybe even Mavaho Kela. You know, maybe you're in Kaleponi, like we saw some people say. Or maybe other places in the Pakipika. So yeah, let us know. I'm gonna just let it run for maybe another 15-20 seconds and we'll see. And I'm gonna launch and share the results with you so we can kind of see where people are coming in from. And you know, we have about close to 150 people now logged on, and probably there's 2 or 3 in every ʻohana that's there. So just another 4 seconds. So go click on one of that. So it says, let's see. I'm still learning how to bring my mouse back. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll now. And I'm going to share the results so you guys can see. So you should be able to, oh yeah. So we have about 20 people that said they're from Hawaii Island, 18 from Maui. Oh, one had claimed Kaho'olawe. Aloha. Aloha Kela'ai Nano, Molokai. We have Oahu at 76 and Kauai too. And let's see, there must be, where's the other? Because we had a few, I didn't get to share that earlier. Oh, I can't even see it, but I know we have others joining us from outside of Hawaii. So aloha e nā hoa mavaho o Hawaii kekahi. So yeah, awesome. Thank you for participating in that poll. Okay, we're gonna holo mua. And so I'm gonna turn it over now to Kalei, and she's gonna take us through some exciting ha'awina here. And I'll be here to kako'o, and over to you, Kalei.
Okie dokie. Well, how's it, gangi? I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but it's so silly. But thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so happy to assist in Lei Ānuenue, assist Malia. So thank you, Malia, for inviting me to come and do this today. And yeah, you know, she asked, oh, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. I just let's do something the families can do since we're all stuck together at home. And so I have to start this off by saying it's all good in my head right now. So it's sounding good in my head. So we'll see what actually happens. Okay, so today what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the winds of Hawaii. And so that's and it just so happens that it's super windy over here in Hawaii, especially in Kahului. I live in a place, or if you live in Kahului or anywhere in the middle of the Isthmus of Maui, you know that it becomes extremely windy from 10 o'clock on due to the trade winds. So people from Kahului and Wailuku, in the area where the wind blows so strongly, tend to have characteristics that behave in the same way, right? So, you know, we start off with kind of a little bit bumpy, and then we start going with the flow. Oop, I hope that's not Corona. But anyway. All right. So today we'll talk about the winds of Hawaii, and then after that we're gonna do the seasons of wind, which happens to be right now. We've got traditionally 2 lunar months that our kupuna or Hawaiian kupuna used to ho'olele lupe, and this would be one of them. And it happens also during the time around the equinox too as well. Okay, and then we're going to talk about what is kilo, what is pana now, why is that so important, and then we'll end with a fun activity. So for this first part, the first 2 parts, it's going to be a lot of information just coming, kind of sort of just coming at you real fast. Excuse me. Coming at you real fast, and then after that we're gonna try and do an activity together. So you're gonna have to have some things. So I don't know if I'm gonna go over that later on. So you need to have chopsticks. I tried to do something that we all have, you know, you can find things in your house, so you don't have to go anywhere. Stay away from Home Depot, stay away from Costco, just stay home and use what you have. So here in Hawaii, everybody has some sort of chopsticks that came with a bento, right? And so you always have that in that drawer that we all throw things in. So go inside your drawer right now, go check it out, go pull that guy out. So you'll need one. Each person will need one, okay? Whoever's going to be making, because we'll make lupe. That's what we're going to do at the end of this session. Okay, so here you need that. You need some sort of flagging tape. Okay, now I know some of you guys who are off from construction, you guys have, but if you don't have, because you're like, oh my God, we cannot play. No, you just go and get a trash bag, you know, preferably one of the, like the kind that Malia has.
Yeah, I got mine.
As an example. Okay, use what you got. Not tell your mother, just go in the kitchen and grab the thing. And then, you know, just, well, maybe you should ask her. Don't make me make you, you know, have whatever, but then you can cut, all right, you can cut a piece out in the same strip like this, okay? And I'll explain to that in a little bit to you. You're gonna need a piece of paper, okay?
I got mine.
Like so. And
recycled paper maybe, yeah?
Yeah, you can do recycled paper. You can do it. It has to actually be kind of strong. So you can't really do it with, you know, like wrapping paper. Wrapping paper is not going to work if it's the flimsy stuff, or tissue paper. It has to be like writing paper of some sort. And if you're a house, hana no eao house, and you have kapa, well, yeah, you can use kapa if you like, but it's all up to you. And then you're gonna need string, which I sort of forgot my, oh wait, here it is. Okay.
I had some of my lopi from, you know, is this okay?
Yeah, yarn is good. Go buy your mother's basket, go borrow.
Yeah, this is my poor Kenny Lei making.
Yeah, there you go. So I like jute. You know the jute that you can buy? I think it's called jute. It's sisal, made out of sisal. So or malino, the Hawaiian word for that is malino. So this is, you want something really light, okay? All right, and then you're gonna need some scotch tape. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much that's all you're gonna need for the last part of this when we're making our lupe.
Okay.
Oh my God, I hope it's not Corona. You know, I saw the kind. Anyway, okay, so that's gonna be our fun activity for today, Malia. So the curriculum that I'm sharing with you all today is part of curriculum that was created for a thing called Papaku Makavalu under the direction of the Edith Kanakaʻole Foundation. So I just want to say, you are more than welcome to the information that this PowerPoint presentation is sharing with you, but you are not welcome to take the PowerPoint presentation and then, you know, put it in your own book or whatever. Go take your own pictures and that kind of thing. You can do that. Okay, so I'm just saying that. But it's it's information real easy. I'm going to tell you where you can find all of it and how you can get it all and all those kinds of things. So, okay, yeah, so that's what this is. And it's a curriculum that is talking about the first winds that arrived in Hawaii. So it just so happens our ancestors, Hawaiian ancestors, documented a lot of things when we had Hawaiian language newspapers, and they documented a lot of things with a sense of purpose. So there are over, you know, nearly 500, I say nearly because there's probably more, nearly 500 different names for winds in Hawaii. And if you can imagine, the ones that we've collected here for this curriculum are the ones that have been documented by folks in the Hawaiian language newspapers or in chants and those kinds of things. And so, but it doesn't include the kinds of information that each district may have had. So there's probably names specific to each district. And then also, there's probably names that family members had just for their own families, right? So that that was specific to their practice, specific to where they were living, you know, those kinds of things. So naturally, there's hundreds of them. So anyway, in the story of Pele, go back. Go back, yeah. In the story of Pele, Pele says to someone when she gets to Kauai, there's a story where she goes to Kauai, right? And she sees Lohiau Ipo and she's like, woo, oh yeah, handsome dude. Anyway, and they ask her, well, they say to her, well, you're a Malihini, you know nothing about Kauai. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, I came here before, you know, I made this place and I know this place so well. I can tell you who the people were who brought the winds here, and that is Lono. Lono brought the winds to Hawaii. So yeah, and so this is sort of a launching point for the next bit of my talk on the curriculum that I'm going to do. Okay, so just know that if you can think about it, using this map, we could see how all of the islands start way up in the northwest, right? And then come down all the way to the southeast, right? And so it follows the movement of the way that the islands were created. And of course, Pele, being the person who is lava and creates land, of course, she's going to know who comes next after her. And that's, of course, Lono, who brings the winds. Okay, so that's what this picture is of our, it's not to scale, gangi, not to scale. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm just showing you so you can see the islands. All right. So I'm going to go through, you know, so at this party with Lohiau Ipo, and she comes, Pele comes to Kauai, and they say, okay, well, how do you know all the places here? And then so she's like, okay, brother, I'll go show you and everybody over here how I know everything about Kauai. And so she starts this wind chant, right? So she talks about all of the different winds. And so everybody's sitting at this party. If you can imagine, if I was to make this a modern story, we're all sitting at a luau with our aloha attire. And then here comes this beautiful lady and everybody's like, ooh, who's that? You know, and in flaming red dress and you know, orange, I don't know, she's just looking fantastic. And everybody's like, ooh, who's this lady? She's a Malihini. And actually she's like, oh no, I know this place. And she starts chanting. And while we're sitting there at our luau, the winds are starting to whip up. That's kind of what's happening while she's chanting. And then everybody's like, ooh, what's going on? What's going on? Right? Yeah, not paying attention to the fact that she's calling all of these winds. And she can, because she was there before. Okay, so that's my little intro into this section of the winds that we're gonna be talking about. Okay, so we're starting from Nihoa. Oh, I see, Malia, you good? We got the thing going. Okay, so it says in the chant, "O nihoa ka'aina mako I paimua aku ai." So there is an origin chant of Pele that talks about how she brought her poki'i, her younger siblings, and well, all of her siblings, not just her younger siblings, because poki'i can be older too. And the very first land that they that they land upon, is Nihoa. Okay, and so this is Nihoa, and this is Nihoa on the backside. When you're coming from Mokumanamana, I figured it would be cool to show people in case you guys don't know what Nihoa looks like. So if she was coming from the northwest and the very first island that she was going to pie upon, this is the way that she would have seen the island first. And so this is Nihoa from the backside, and that's where they first landed. Okay.
Wow, beautiful.
And so, oh, and then, you know, if anybody has questions, I forgot to say this, Malia, but if people have questions, they want to ask, they should just ask, because you know me, I'm just going to keep going.
Okay, yeah, I'll be watching the chat.
Okay.
And so far, I'm seeing people saying that you're making them laugh.
Oh, that's good. I hope it's in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, yeah, I'll let you know if there's questions. And so,
right.
yeah, if you do have questions, you can put it in the chat, and these are for those on Zoom. If you're on Facebook, you can put it in there too, because we have some of our team also monitoring there, and they'll help to put some of those so that I can see that. And then we also have a Q&A section, so you can put it there as well. So
and
yeah,
okay. If we don't answer it right away, I promise we'll get to it eventually. Okay.
Yeah.
And
thanks.
so, yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So Nihoa actually has only 3 that we know of that was recorded in the chant that Pele does to all of the people on Kauai in Ha'ena when she's checking out Lohiau Ipo. And the first one is lupe ki'ikai. And I thought, oh, cool, start with that, because that's what we're going to end with, is the lupe. Okay, so everybody say lupe ki'ikai.
Lupe ki'ikai.
Awesome. Okay, so lupe ki'ikai is a wraparound kind of wind. And so if this was animated, it would go all the way around the island. And the only side of the island that doesn't get this lupe ki'ikai is the one on this, is the part that faces the west. Okay, so it doesn't, so there's like this wraparound. It's a wraparound, probably perfect for flying kites. Okay, the next wind is Waialoha, and that one goes, it starts from the top. So if you know Nihoa, it has a very steep incline to it. So this wind starts at the top and it sort of swishes down. And then Honoli'i is the wind on the inside. There's a bay there, and it just sort of kind of spins around. Not a good place to moor your canoes. So anyway, I promise not to read all 265 winds that we're going to go through right now. I just thought I'd start with these guys first, because that's the first island. Okay, moving along. Okay, so again, I figured maybe some of you have never seen Kaula before. And so this is the island of Kaula. And also in the chant, as she's saying to everybody, I know this place, I know it so well, I know Kaula, my brother lives there. And so she's talking about the different winds that are there. And there's the Wili Ko'olau, there's the Iwa. And do you guys see the picture of that cave, the cave in the island there? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that's the cave that oh shucks, the name just went out of my head. Kuha'i Moana lives in. Yeah, Kuha'i Moana. Okay. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you guys. It looks tiny, that cave, but you can fit 3 hokulea side by side there comfortably. So that's how large that the cave is. And I'm sure the ʻohanas from Ni'ihau know that place very well. Okay, moving along.
Okay, and I'm just gonna say there's a comment says aloha o lelehune ko'u inoa ho mana'o wau ia oi mai Yehuola.
Yehuola.
Maybe that's the papahana from with Kokua Kalihi Valley and Kai'u Odoma.
Oh, okay, cool. So all right, aloha. Thank you for joining us. I'm hoping it's similarly entertaining. Yeah, from that time. Okay, cool. All right. The next island that Pele talks about with all of the winds are Lehua, and in that chant, that origin chant, it says Apai ka'aina kapa'i o Lehua. And so this is Lehua. And Lehua lists, Lehua knows there's about 10 winds that show up at different chants and stories, but Pele lists 7 when she's doing the I know this wind, that wind, this wind, that wind. Okay, so she lists about 7, but there are 10 that we know of. There's probably more, and I'm sure ʻohana niʻihau know way more because they're very familiar. Okay. And so you see how Lehua has a little horseshoe thing going on over there? Yeah, because it was a crater at one point, right? And so a lot of the winds reflect that as they either swoop in, sweep around, go the other way. So there's a lot of that idea of movement in the names of the winds. And so these are some of them. These are some of the winds that are there. Some of the winds actually have rain that are connected to them too, as well, as in the Uanaulu, which is a rain that doesn't have clouds because it's being swept up by the wind from somewhere else, right? Bringing it over.
Okay. Kalei, there's a question from Annalisa Paval. Kalamai, I might have missed it. Was there a wind name for Kaula?
Oh, yes, there are. Yes, and I think, did I list them? Yes, there. Wili Ko'olau, Eva. I cannot really see because all I can see is my face, but there's several that are there. Do you guys see that?
Yeah. Wili Ko'olau, Eva. The ones in yellow, yes?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Mo'eku, I think, is the last one on for there.
Yeah, there you go.
Mahalo.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, you got to do that with me, or I'm just going to carry on with myself.
It's okay. It's okay. We're doing good.
Okay, cool. And here we are at Ni'ihau. Again, Ni'ihau has 10 different winds. Pele lists 6. But I am almost sure that the folks from Ni'ihau, the ʻohana from Ni'ihau, have way more names. And yeah, and I'll get to why when we get to Kauai. Okay, so yeah, so these are most of the winds, Mikioi, Inuwai, Naulu. So sort of similar to the ones that belong to Nihoa and Kaula and Lehua. So they're all sort of, in the same weather systems and weather patterns, those guys, if you can imagine. So, okay, we'll move along. Okay, here's Kauai. Oh, so verdant, so beautiful. Okay, so e imi ana I ko lako aina I nohoai o Kauai. So this is Pele as she's moving along. There are 295 different winds on Kauai. Okay, so I think she mentioned, I think in her chant, she chants 250. But there are other stories and other chants that have about 295. Now, again, I have to say, that these are just the ones that I found in chants and winds stories and those kinds of things, especially a lot of the kanikau, they'll mention winds and things like that and rains, but I'm sure there's more. So I'm just saying that these are 295. I didn't want to list them all, but you can go and see the story Kua Paka'a and also the wind chant of Pele and go and check them all out. Okay, and then what I wanted to say about Kauai, the reason why there's so many winds on Kauai, which includes Ni'ihau and Nihoa, Kaula, and Lehua, is because these are the older islands. And there are, Kauai has the most dynamic landscapes, right? Natural land features, a lot of mountains, peaks, right, that pop out of nowhere. There's the Napali coastline. There's a lot of different, and all of those different pali, as you see them, create different winds. They have their own wind. And to me, that is the amazing part about the Hawaiian knowledge of their place. So when you go to Kilo, that's how intimate you become with your place, because you know it so well. You know that, oh no, the name of this wind is this because it starts from the top and goes this way, or the name of the wind, and it's still the same ridge. Oh no, that's not the same wind. The wind starts from the ocean and goes up. That's another name. Or the wind goes around the corner on the peak. All of that, all of those different things determine the names of the lands, the names of the winds that belong to those lands. Yeah. So that's why Kauai has the most.
And you mentioned Napali area, and actually kupuna came to my mind, and so I wanted to share aloha to the Malama ʻohana, because Uncle Patty Boy Malama is one that has spent a lot of his life there in the Napali area, and so just wanted to. He came to me as soon as you said that, so I wanted to send some aloha. He passed away, and so we have lots of aloha for the Uncle Patty Boy Malama and all of his ʻohana, Auntie Pinky and everybody. So
Aue. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's lovely. Yeah, and I mean that's what I mean about the different wind names. So whatever, maybe the Napali coast may have a wind now that you can call Malama or something, that reminiscent of him. Yeah, cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so these are some of the winds of Kauai. Pele mentions 250, as I was saying, but there's about 295. Okay, moving along. I know it's a little bit boring. I promise we almost pow. Okay, so we're done with the Pele chant now, because she sort of just is talking about Kauai, right, in her chants. We're at the luau, right, in our luau clothes, and this lady comes and she's chanting. Oh, everybody's just, wow, check it out. She's calling the winds. Yeah, anyway, so, okay, Paul, we leave those guys over there partying to their whatever it is they're going to happen to them. And now we're going to pick up the story Kuapaka'a. And Kuapaka'a is another excellent story if you're interested in learning about wind names. And both of the stories I mentioned just sit and just helu, helu, helu. They just go down the line of what all of the names of all of the different winds are. And the thing about Kuapaka'a that's really cool is the fact that he doesn't just stick to one island, he sticks to many. He goes to all of the different islands and gives you an idea of what the winds are like. Winds define the landscape define the winds, so it's a back and forth thing. And then the people who live there get defined by that atmosphere, right, that environment. So if you're someplace that's constantly wet and has cold rains, then you sort of behave in that kind of way. And so anyway, so that's what I wanted to say about that, and I'll move on. So Oahu has about 35 winds. That's good. Going on to Molokai. Okay, so tomato, and I don't mean that lightly. I mean that like if you say Molokai, go for it. If you say Molokai, go for it. That's not for us to tell you how you do your groove. You go for it. Okay, so Molokai is another area that has it's a small island, but it has 53 winds. So you remember Oahu only had 35, so Molokai has 53. And if you can imagine, it's likely because it's where it's located, right, in the lee of Maui, and also being catching the wraparound wind that comes from Oahu too as well. So it has over 53 winds. Okay, moving along, probably more. Okay, and then on Lanai, there are at least 6 that's mentioned. I think in the chant they mention about 4 or something like that. But yeah, so 6 that are for sure mentioned in different things. But like I said, family members probably have more names too. Okay, moving along. Kaho'olawe has 10, interestingly. Okay, more than Lanai. And if you think about it, well, that's probably because where Kaho'olawe is situated is right where the isthmus is between Maui. So you got the West Maui Mountains on one side, Haleakala on the other side, and then Kaho'olawe, wee little Kaho'olawe in the middle over there, right? And it's just getting buffeted by all of the winds. There are other kupuna who say that there are more, and I can't off the top of my head say what Uncle Harry Mitchell said, but I remember him saying that there are a lot. And so I know of 10. Okay. Maui has 80. Yeah, because we are a windy island. We are definitely windy. We have a lot of wraparounds. We've got isthmus in the center. We got all of these different valleys that get caught up by the wind, and so each of them have names. And so we have 80. Moving along. And Hawaii Island has 66. And you would think that it has more, but actually Hawaii Island is still being formed. So it makes sense that it only has 66. There aren't that many valleys on Hawaii Island. So yeah, so it's still kind of just more mountainous. Unless you go to Kona. Kona has the most wind names. All of them start with the word Kona, interestingly. They own their own land, own their own yeah, their own winds. And so, and the other thing that happens on Hawaii Island is they'll share a wind, and or so you know how we all call the trade winds ae or aa. You know, everybody call or moae or moa. It's some kind of form like that. Yeah, Hawaii Island didn't even bother with that. They got their own names going on for the trade winds. They just, yeah, from district to district, they have all their own. So Ka'u has their own name for the trade wind. Kona has their own name for the trade wind. Kohala has their own name for the trade wind, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. Okay. All right, so that's my quick little synopsis of the winds of all of Hawaii. The reason why Pele brings it up is because without Lono following afterwards, you cannot have the dispersion of seeds and the movement of dust and spores and all those kinds of things that we know about, right? So if you look, all of our islands have lehua or ohia, and the oldest types of ohia and most varieties of ohia and maile come from Kauai, right? And then as it comes all the way down with the winds and the way, you know, the waves and that kind of thing, coming all the way down to Hawaii Island, then we all have the same types of seeds. They just evolve on their own. So that's why it's really important to know your winds, where you're from. Okay, and so I think that's it for the wind thing. Mahalo nui. Okay, so now in the Hawaiian lunar calendar, we've got 12 lunar months. Okay, so if you want me to talk about moons, you got to come another time. I can't, no more time for that today. So there are two, as you see, those two that are highlighted. These are the two lunar months that are affiliated with winds. Okay, season of winds. That's what I was going to talk about, right? Season of winds. And the two are, everybody say Nana.
Nana.
Very good. And Nana comes from the term Inana. And Inana means movement, animation, activate. So this is like last month, you know how we had those funky kinds of winds and rains and the storm came, then the snow, and then all of a sudden everybody nice, and then half the house get rain, the other half no more rain. You know, it was crazy, right? So that's Inana. That's there's all kind of akua that are affiliated. That's another talk we can do another time. Okay, so that's Inana or Nana. And so currently, we are currently in the Hawaiian lunar month of Velo. It just started a few phases ago. And Velo is another month for wind. And if you look outside your door today, guess what we got happening, yeah? So in the first 2 weeks of this, or 2 anahulu of this particular lunar month, it's going to be a little windy, and all of these storms are going to be coming through, high wind systems. I mean, that's something we knew about, which is why we called it Velo. Everybody say Velo.
Velo.
Okay, and Velo means to flutter, right? One of the meanings for it means to flutter. So that tells you that these 2 months are extremely windy, especially this one. And then as we get to the end of Velo, it subsides. So all of a sudden we're going to start to feel our hot winds, hot kind of calm weather, perfect for fishing and that kind of thing. Okay, but not yet. Okay, so we're enjoying the wind. So this is a perfect time to go and start paying attention to all of the things that are around us. Okay, so what I wanted to say about Velo and Inana, these key in our kolea birds. Oh no, it's okay, you don't have to go back there. Yeah, it keys in our kolea birds to get ready. So if you notice your kolea birds around you, they've already started donning their tuxedos because they're gonna go dinner, right? They gotta go find their dates in Alaska. So they gotta be all dressed nice. You know, they gotta put on their fancy clothes, fly to Alaska, find their mates, make their babies, right? And then fly home. So the winds are usually signs for them that they're going to fly out when a big wind comes through. That's what you'll see. Okay. Anyway, kilo. Everybody say kilo.
Kilo.
Okay, thank you, Malia. I hope everybody's saying, but thank you for being the mouth of everybody. Okay, so you are going to, from this point on, because you're home, we might as well start paying attention to the things that are around us, okay? And so in order to kilo, most people think the word kilo just means to look with your eye. Look eye, look eye. No, not just that. You can use that, that's one thing. But secondly, there are several things you can use. And so I'm going to talk about the ones that you can use when you're at home, because we're all stuck at home, right? So we look with our eyes, we see what's going on. Okay, we smell with our noses. Can I smell the ocean? Can I smell the bacon that my neighbors are frying up? If I can smell it, then that's which way the wind is blowing, right? Okay, what can I hear? Can I hear birds that I didn't hear previously? Can I hear the buzzing of bees up in trees because the mango flowers are blooming, which is why I'm sneezing plenty. Not COVID-19, not yet, knock on wood. I hope I don't have it, oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, so you listen with your ears. Some of you can hear the ocean, so you know it's rough. Some of you can hear the wind in the treetops because you're next to a forest. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna use your eyes, you're gonna use your nose, you're gonna use your ears. Okay, taste. Okay, that doesn't mean go outside, go lick the rocks. But if you like do that, go for it. You know, it's all you. Don't do it. Don't say Auntie said. No, I never say. What I'm saying is sometimes you are outside and you can taste salt on the wind. And if you can taste salt on the wind, that tells you what? First of all, that there are big waves outside, and secondly, there's wind that's blowing, right? So you can taste that in the air. For us guys in Hilo, and when I live in Hilo too, right? So when we're in Hilo, sometimes we can taste the sulfur of the volcano when it's active. And finally, touch. Okay, right now during these lunar months, the two Inanna and Velo, is the time to touch things. And for example, in the morning there's dew. It's the time of the year where there's lots of dew in the morning, so you can touch that and feel that it's cold. Or you can touch the trees and see if they're fuzzy, yeah, because they have new growth coming out of them. And flowers, don't touch the bees. Bees don't like that. No touch the bees. But so those kinds of things you can utilize. So kilo is inclusive of all of these sensory things. And when we hear chants talk about it, that's what they're including in the descriptions of the winds, descriptions of the rains, descriptions of land, are all these things that they're utilizing, what they see, what they hear, what they smell, what they touch, what they taste. Okay, thank you. Now, in order to kilo, you have to have a panana. Everybody say panana.
Panana.
Awesome. Okay, panana means a place, a designated platform, or could be outside of your house, can be anywhere you want it. To nana. Wow, so simple, yeah. Nana. So we're gonna pay attention on our panana. And I do my panana here when I'm at my mom's house in Kahului, right out front. Okay, I just do it in my yard. My neighbors, they're like, oh, there's that lady again up there looking everything, what's she doing? Writing everything down. That's what I do. Anyway, so yeah, you can do that easily outside. You can use your eyes. So use your ears, use your mouth, those kinds of things. So I'm going to assign that to you all from this day forward. You are now going to become Kahuna Kilo in training. Okay, from this day forward, I so anoint all of you, 201 people listening. Okay, you are all on Kahuna in training, and you're going to become Kilo, and you're going to start by going outside every day. And for a few minutes, you're going to use your place to look for things, listen for things, touch things, and smell things, taste things. Okay. All right. Can we do that?
Yeah, maybe we can ask them to put in the chat.
Okay.
What is one thing that you like to kilo, or maybe this morning when you were outside, that you like to kilo or to, what's in your panana? Can you tell us maybe in
Oh
the
yeah,
chat
yeah, cool.
you see, so we get some action there. They were slowing down, that's why.
Oh yeah,
And
because I'm sort of kind.
no, they were paying attention. Because we said pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention.
Yeah, so somebody asked a question too. What does makani have to do with colors at sunrise?
Oh, that's an excellent question. Thank you.
That was
Actually,
October.
that's sunrise, sunset. People can hear me. I think so.
Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
yep.
I couldn't tell. I thought I went froze. I froze. That's why. It's the best times for a kilo actually to go and do our observations. You can do it anytime in the daytime, nighttime, but I will get up 4 o'clock in the morning to go and look at what's happening at sunrise. And then I will make a point to be outside when the sun is setting. Okay. And so during those 2 times is when we see colors in the sky that indicate to us that there is something happening or coming. Okay. And so if you see colors like reds, which we've been seeing in these last few days, and oranges, salmon, like how the color of salmon is, those colors, if you see those in the sky, those are indicators of wind. They're big indicators of wind. And depending on what the cloud formations look like, if you have wispy stuff and they're red and they're that salmon color, then yeah, you better get ready for the wind. And it's more than likely going to happen the next day or the day after, but usually right after. So if I see, for example, if I get up in the morning and I see red in the sky in the morning, I'm already getting my boots and my umbrella and looking for a jacket to take with me. I don't care if anybody's going to laugh at me, because by 3 o'clock that afternoon it's going to be definitely raining. And if I see red or orange in the sky at sunset, that tells me the next day we'll have wind. And just depending on how wispy the clouds are, how long they are, I can tell how close that system is. Yeah, so that's a good question. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, and we got all kind of answers that are coming in the chat. And, people are saying from the sunrise to the wind to the clouds. Some are mentioning the mango tree. Nui ka makani keia manawa I pukalani o yaku ma nehi nei.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Our Pua Keni Keni tree is my place to kilo and meditate in the morning. And I wonder about the color of the sky while I kilo in the morning.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The closer to the reds and the oranges you are, the more violent the activity is. The closer to the blacks and the grays that you are, the shinier the black. It's gonna be intense and slow. So it'll come and it'll just kind of hang and hover, as opposed to the red guys and the orange guys who are gonna come, kind of give us lickings a little bit, crack us up, give us some cracks, and then they move on real fast. So okay. Yeah.
Tete, a 9-year-old, is saying, ducks, I hear them because they are loud like an alarm clock. Woo-hoo!
Oh, yeah. I bet they're ono too if they talk too loud. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to be funny. Good. They're probably better than the roosters. They're a little more louder, right? Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, keep sharing in there. Some are also talking about bread and croissants, and here, I guess you mentioned about all the smells. So
yeah. I walk my dogs at night, and you know what? I always come home hungry because I smell what everybody else is, cooking for dinner. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Sorry, you know me. I have ADD. But anyway, okay.
The smell.
Yeah, awesome, Gangi. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna do our fun activity, but I wanted to show you guys this first because we're talking about lupe. Everybody say lupe.
Lupe.
And that's the Hawaiian name for kite. Thank you, Malia. There's also, you can also call them pe'a, and I haven't quite distinguished the difference between a pe'a and a lupe. And when you read them, they don't really describe them enough that I can make a distinction. Okay, so somebody who wants to go and do their PhD on kites, go for it. Here you go. Hand you all the information. But you see this link here on the bottom. Well, you can click on that. It's a museum somewhere. I'm not sure where University of Waterloo is, but I'm assuming
California,
Waterloo.
because it says .ca.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
So you can click on that and actually go to the actual you know, article that they're talking about. And so these are all the different types of Hawaiian kites that they sort of collected, and there might be more. I'm not sure. It just is an article that I found that I thought was really cool for today. And you can go and do your own homework. But what I like about that particular article is it's really short. There's not a lot to read, but there's a lot of information on names of the different kites. Parts of the kite have different names and those kinds of things, and where they come from and all that. Anyway, so you can go check them out, because I always had this idea that we had the, you know, the kite that looks like what kite surfers use, you know, the that particular kind, which they do have, and I found out there's a name for them. Shucks, I can't find it right now. But anyway, yeah, I think they're called manu. I think it's called manu. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I always thought that that's what our kites look like, but actually these are all the different versions that we have. Okay, so some have tails and some don't have tails. Okay, and one of the interesting things I'm going to tell you right now, there's a difference between tails. Some are called velo velo. Everybody say velo velo.
Velo velo.
Okay, and some are called pua pua.
Oh, pua pua.
Yeah, so I'm thinking some have to do with strips of kapa, whereas other have to do with feathers. And you can see that by, I didn't know that until I saw these drawings and I went, oh, well, those look like feathers. Oh, okay, makes sense. Anyway, okay, so I am not pontificating to be an expert on kites whatsoever, gangy. Okay, so yeah, go ahead, go do your research, everything like that. But what I need you to do right now is go and get your things. Okay, make some room on the table or whatever it is you're working on. If you see what I'm working on, I'm sitting on my bed in my room. Yeah, I put a sheet behind, otherwise you would see an ugly wall. But anyway, okay. Next.
And I was going to say, Alison Franco, my friend from Native Hawaiian Student Services at UH Manoa.
Yeah.
She told me it's University of Waterloo is in Ontario, Canada.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, I had a feeling because they were speaking French, but I didn't want to say French.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right. So this is what you're going to be needing. You're going to need some, I like the jute twine is what I said. So you'll need a piece of paper. Okay, it can be construction paper too. Your twine or yarn. I see the thing about the bat wings. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think I agree. Mahalo. Okay, flagging tape. So, you know, Home Depot, flagging tape. Okay. There's all kinds of colors. This is perfect for you, Kumu, who eventually will get back to school teaching, right? You can use this. It's a simple. Oh, I have to say mahalo nui to Manai Akalani Kalua. Manai is the one who taught me how to make this kite, this particular lupe. Okay, I just have to credit him.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Scotch tape. You'll need scotch tape because, you know, nobody's making kapa these days. But now we get plenty time, so maybe we can.
And okay. I think Auntie Sabra Kauka is out there watching.
Oh, yeah.
She was texting me, and she's one of our kapa makers.
Oh, yeah, cool. I know. I'm just loving the things I'm learning every day, free online. It's awesome. Okay, stick to the thing here. Yes. Okay, bamboo chopsticks. Okay, the bento box. You know, go to the drawer. I guarantee all of you in Hawaii has that drawer. You can fling this inside and thinking, yeah, go over there, go get them. Okay, so you need that. You do need a pair of scissors for your, here, scissors.
Got mine.
Okay, and then you will, if you're lucky, you have a hole punch. And if not, then you can use an X-Acto knife. And if you don't have that, then, you know, good old scissors. always work. Okay, so I don't want you to go out anywhere to buy anything.
No.
Just use what you got. Okay, just use what you got. And then you need some color pens for later, because you're going to do a drawing too. Okay, thank you. All right, see, I never have models, so sorry, you guys gotta look at me making the anana. Okay, so you get your string out, and you're going to measure out 3 anana. Everybody say anana.
Anana.
Thank you. If you don't know what anana is, it's from the tip of one finger. This tip of your finger is called ko, and this tip of this other finger is called ko. And when you stretch them out all the way, that's 1 anana. Okay, so that's 1. So you need 3 anana. Okay, so you're gonna measure out 3. Okay, 3 meters, roughly 3 meters of string. Okay, then. Oh, I'll wait.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was modeling for you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Maro. I appreciate my Vanna White. Mahalo nui. Okay. Okay, then you're going to take your chopsticks and you're going to break them in half. Okay, you're going to put one on the side for now. And then you're going to take your string, your 3 anana, and you're going to wrap it around. Okay, wrap the whole 3 anana onto your 1 chopstick. Okay,
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. So you end up, this is your spool. Okay, so you're gonna end up with a nice lupe in the end. Okay, and then there's gonna be some string hanging on so you just leave a little bit of that. And then when you're done doing that, you just put it on the side. Okay. Then what you're gonna do, should I wait? I should wait, yeah. I should wait a little while.
Maybe because some people, hopefully they're making it with us.
I hope so. I see a question. I think I can go check out the question. Oh, we lost people. Sorry, people. Ikalamai, I might have missed it. Was there a win name for? Oh yeah, we put it.
You answered that. Yeah, maybe does anybody have questions? Or can you put a 1 in the chat if you're doing it with us? Put a 1 in the chat and just let us know if you're doing it. Or
hey, mahalo.
Okay. We got some people doing it. So
okay, awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I see. Aliaiki.
Hi, I'm still winding mine too. So great.
Oh, manaovao iko. Oh, sorry. That went by.
Oh, manaovao iko.
Oh, yeah. That's what from before.
Iko uva hupe ko lehehe aohe material something had go too fast. 2 of us here are making lupe. Awesome. I see different people. Ku'ule makua them. Can you wait a bit? That's Kumamehana Vaughn.
Okay.
Showa over there.
Awesome. So I know. Good. Yeah, you have to kind of, yeah, I get it.
Okay. Aloha anake Kalei Nuʻuhiwa ame anake leilani ka apuni keia.
Oh, I haven't seen you all for so long. Aloha nui. Oh, hey,
Fernandez. Kamea with no materials.
Oh, more paper, brother. That's okay.
Maybe some are gonna do it later.
Yeah. And then, but you got what ukulele, you can sing us a tune.
Yeah. Yeah, Kamakakao, we'll invite you to do a papamele with us.
Yeah, cool.
T. Henderson is joining us, gathering the stuff, she said.
Okay. I know more other stuff. That's okay. Yeah. Bye, everybody. That's okay. If anything, this I hope is very entertaining.
Okay. I got mine wound up.
Okay, taking your snapshots for later. Actually, Okalani, you don't have to because this is going to be available to you.
Yeah, we're recording this session. So if you cannot make it now, our tech team, they're so quick. This morning session got put up already. And so as soon as we're done, it's being recorded. So you'll be able to check it out.
Yeah, you can take snapshots. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine too. Okay. So we got our lopi, our string.
Okay. All right, and now while you're waiting, you can either make one anana of the flagging tape, and if you're, I have to go borrow this, so anyway, I have to put it back later. But you can use your trash bag too, and so you just take your scissors and you cut about a 1 inch, 1 inch
Okay.
thing out, and then you cut them all the way. I'm not cutting mine because my mother thinks I'm gonna bring it back to her, so I better. This is just for a prop, but you guys get the idea, right?
I'm cutting mine over here.
It needs to be 1 anana in length.
Okay. And we need just one of them?
Yeah, you only need one because that's going to be your velo, your tail for your kite. Where can we find the recorded video? It's gonna be probably on Kanaya Okana's website or on Facebook or on YouTube
and Vimeo. And so actually, if you missed any of the pre-recorded session or the recorded sessions, we've been updating it on the fly. So when you go to kanayokana.net/lei, you'll see the agenda for what's upcoming. And then when you scroll down below, you'll see all of our recorded sessions. So we put a link to the PowerPoint, we put a link to the recordings and everything. So hopefully we're making it easy for you guys. And yeah, we put it in the chat there so you can see. Go copy and paste it.
Okay.
I never cut real straight, but hopefully that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, somebody was asking, I think, how long, you just kind of end up like this, like this, the string.
Okay.
I think that was the question. I'm not sure. Can I scroll back
How
up?
long do you make the string around? Yeah.
So the whole thing. So the 3 anana of string is gonna go on your 1 chopstick. You just wrapping them around. Yeah. So I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Also be uploaded. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
So
all right.
Our team is trying to help us answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So if you are ready, if you got your, and then when you have your velo, just put it on the side nicely. Put it on the side. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get your piece of paper. And the easiest way to do it is you see how I'm pointing to the top here? That's because I want you to fold your paper from the bottom up to the top. Does that make sense? Fold it in half. Okay, and then you're gonna crease it really good. So make sure it's exactly half. Okay, hamburger. Okay. I get distracted fast. Thank you. I'm hungry too. Okay. All right. Next is after you do that, you are going to see how my finger's measuring about 1 inch. Okay, so you measure about 1 inch, and where that inch is, you're going to fold your piece of paper at an angle. You see how that angle is? So it's sort of kind of, you're going to end up so it sort of looks like a wing that's coming down. Okay, wait.
Are you measuring the 1 inch from the crease side?
Yeah, from the crease side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're gonna have something like this. Okay, so you see that? Maybe I gotta pull it back so you can see it better.
Okay.
Are we good? This is where we lose people, and I am by no means an origami kind of person. I cannot handle making those cranes.
Okay.
Okay, are we there?
Yeah.
All right, so then you're gonna flip it over, and then you're gonna match the other side to that wing.
Okay.
You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah, like. You're gonna pelu the bug like. So it looks like this, right? And then when you open it, it's gonna look like that.
Oh, great.
Okay, do you guys have that? If this is fatter, no problem. Okay, if it's fat, that's okay. That's all good. All right, are we good? So you see your lupe already starting to come to shape. Okay, great. So if your bottom is not as narrow, that's okay. As long as it's got its little streamline, doesn't have to be super narrow on the end. In fact, probably better it isn't, but you know, this is yeah, on the fly. Okay, all right, well, next slide. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scotch tape and you're gonna take a little piece of your scotch tape and you're gonna tape it on the nose. Okay, the narrow part of the where our first 1 inch was. So you're gonna tape this. Okay, so everybody go tape them, go tape them, go. Okay, I'll go tape mine too. All right. And oh yeah, don't do what I just did. Oh, hamachang. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Use the scissors, Kalei. That's why I get scissors. Okay. So you gotta tape the front of the nose. Okay. So it's taped good. So it's solid. How we still doing, Gangi? Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna do the same on the back end. Okay. Okay. And then you can tape there. So just a little bit. Don't need a lot. See, because I'm borrowing my mom's. She doesn't know.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, no tell my mother. Okay. Ooh, the wind crazy over here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, once the two sides are taped, you're going to, you see the middle photo here where I have the blue pen. So you're going to go about from the narrow, this side, okay, from the narrow side right here. You're going to go about, well, about almost a finger like that. See where your knuckle is? Your, yeah, second knuckle is over there. Right around here, you're going to mark an X, mark it with an X. And then you're going to put a piece of tape over it. Okay, now the reason why we're marking an X and putting a piece of tape over it is because we're trying to reinforce that area. That's where your string's gonna go. Okay, so you want to make it pretty strong. So you're gonna make sure your tape is long enough so you can put it on the X on one side and then, you know, fold it under and be on the other side of the X. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because what you want to do is you want to reinforce that area. Yep. So on this narrow side, yeah. So on the narrow side where the 1 inch is, yeah. So about like that.
Everybody
right here.
doing okay out there? Put a 1 in the chat if you're doing okay. If you have questions, let us know. Okay, they're following.
Okay, great, because we lost 42 people.
Sorry. They had class, so.
Okay.
Oh, some said a little bit lost.
Oh.
But I see plenty ones in there. Following, but going to do it later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. Now you're gonna take your X-Acto knife or your oh, I guess next page. Yeah. You take your X-Acto knife right there, and then you're gonna cut the X. Okay. Or if you have a hole punch, you're going to you know, punch a hole through the X.
I'm gonna use my scissors.
Yeah, you can use your scissors. Watch out, don't cut your hand.
Yeah, and not too big, yeah?
Not too big. You just need it enough for the chopstick to go through, the other chopstick, or for the string to go through.
I go in like this, roll.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work.
Okay, got a little puka there right on the X.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. We'll move on to the, I think we're good. Oh, we lost 4 more people. Okay, and then you're gonna string, you're gonna place your string, you're gonna, I don't know, string it. You're gonna string your string from the end of your, you know, the one end that's left over. You're gonna string it through through the puka and tie a knot, and tie a really good knot. Square knots are great. Yeah. So whatever kind of knot you want, awesome. Then what you're gonna do after you tie your knot through, so some of y'all can move on to putting your poʻohiwi. This is called the poʻohiwi of the kite. And so the second chopstick that we broke off, right? This is, you put it over here and then tape it. Oh, okay, hold up, please hold up. I can hold up.
You said hold up.
Hold up, wait a minute. I can do that. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Mehana.
Yeah, mahalo to all those moms and dads and aunties and uncles and kupunas that are helping with their keiki.
Yeah.
You know, we're all the kumus at home now for all the nieces and nephews. And
try to go to tying a knot. Or you want me to do them again? Try to go to tying. No. Please hold. Oh, hold up. Like stop or hold up.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing the we're gonna be putting the recording in. So yeah, I think so. We tying the knot.
Yeah, tie the knot, and then tape them. Okay. So everybody's. I have learned from Manai that no matter what people say, like that is not aerodynamically correct. It ain't gonna fly. You know, or how come it's not 2 inches this and 4 inches? You know, all the mathematicians out there. Right. Yeah. This is the simplest form of a kite that you can make with limited supplies. Okay, so this is your lupe that you can make anywhere, any place. And see, my whole point of this project is to let you know that kilo doesn't have to be a boring thing where you go outside and just go look. Okay. You can actually utilize tools to do that, and some of the tools are fun tools. And so these are fun tools that we can do to go play with the wind. So I'm just going to talk while people are catching up with where they got to go. Okay, because I'm real good at that, gift the gab. But for example, when you do your kilo of the wind, if there's 2 or 3 of you, if you move around the area that you're going to do the actual kilo, you can actually watch the wind blow by the way that your kite is flying. So maybe your baby's kite is flying really well, and then daddy's kite is just kind of wobbling, and then mama's kite might be on the ground or something, you know what I mean? So that is a clear visual example of how wind moves. And so you can watch wind move just by being in different places in your spot as the wind moves along, right? So it's kind of a good lesson. The other thing, if you're a mathematician per se, you want to teach math, and you have an altimeter in your phone, right? One of those things that can measure the speed of wind. You can have somebody run with a kite if there is no wind and learn the lesson on how fast do you have to go to produce enough wind to get your kite to fly. Okay, so these are all lessons that you can learn just from a kite, and yeah, just from doing observations. So just fun stuff like that. Yeah.
Kalei, Angie asked, is the bottom part supposed to be taped just like the nose?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, like the up on top. Oh, I think I have a picture of that. Don't. Maybe I didn't. Oh one? Wait, no. After. Try go to next one. Yeah, next one. Next one. Yeah. See, so there you put the, see where my finger is? You put the tape. You put the tape there.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what you guys can do, because we're probably coming to the end of the thing that we're doing here, our lesson, is this is the fun part is, put a piece of tape on the tail end of your kite. Okay. And then what you can do with your color pens and pencils and paint and things like that is you can draw something, okay? And so I chose to draw the sun because one of the names for the kite, which I forgot to tell you about all the names of the different lupe that are there, is called La. So the round ones are called La. And so I was like, oh, well, you know what? I have a tutu and her name is Kala. Well, her full name is Na'i Kala. And so yeah, and so she's all about the sun. So I'm like, this is my tutu. So part of the ritual of making a lupe is to name your lupe after an ancestor. And so I'm thinking right now is a really good time during this coronavirus action to be naming our ancestor that we want to assist us at this time. So anyway, I chose her because she's all about the sun. Yeah, she's all about the sun. And so one of the names of kites, our son or his son is called La. And so you can write your tutu's name if you want to there to commemorate that particular person. But what's so cool in part of the ritual is the string that you hold your kite with is called aho. Okay, and that's the a common name for string anyway, but aho means long breath. And that's another reason why I chose this like today's pule. That's another reason why I chose this particular ha'awina, is because the coronavirus attacks your ability to breathe, right? And so this hopefully is just another way to reinforce that we're trying to have good breath, long breath, long ability to connect with our ancestors and have long life continue on. Yeah.
People getting excited. They say they like go test their kite outside.
Yeah, okay. Well, wait, you never name them yet. You gotta name them first before you fly them. Okay. So, yeah. Finally, don't forget you have to put your pua on or your velo. Okay, so you're gonna put your velo. I just stapled mine. You can staple it if you got a stapler. You can put a piece of tape on it if you want. And yeah, and so that's what I ended up with right here. I don't know, wait, I gotta hold them back, I think. See,
yes. So right on the front.
Yeah, you just put it right there. There's some people say put it on the inside, some people say put it on the top, but I have found that for me it flies better if I just put it up here. So you guys can go do your own experiments on which one works best for you. Okay, so and then here's your kite, right? Here's your lupe.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I think I have a photo of that. Don't forget to name your lupe after an ancestor. Oh, I gave you a chant. Oh, I didn't give you a chant. Sorry, this is a chant that is in a Hawaiian language newspaper. See, and then look, I flew my kite yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, so it flies, the bugger fly. And let me tell you, you know how hard it is to fly your kite and take one picture with your camera at the same time? Yeah. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so oh, we lost another 10 people. Okay, they all went running outside to go fly their kite. Okay. This is from a Hawaiian language newspaper. Okay. Because I have to wrap it all up, right? It all comes back. Okay. So it says here, o wai ka aina lohe o ka makani I ke kahea ia. So who is the place that the wind listens when it's called upon? And the answer to that question is ohilo. Ohilo no ka mea peine e kahea ai kamali iho olele lupe. Ho'oholomoku a va'apaha. So this is a chant that they use to either, the kids use to either fly their kites, because there's no wind, they call the wind, or to sail on their ships, or perhaps on their canoes. So it's generally a short little chant that you could do to bring wind to ho'opoho the pe'a of your va'a, or to make your lupe fly. But I think ture you good. Ture no need chant, but we'll learn the chant anyway while you guys are frantically trying to get your kids' stuff to go. So it says here, it goes pa mai kamakani mahilo. Okay, everybody. Pa mai kamakani mahilo. Okay, so I know some of you all like, well, we're not from Hilo. I know, that's why I did the presentation earlier with all the winds. So you can go pick one from over there that is specific to your place. And then you can change it. Pa mai kamakani o, and then you put the name of the wind that is in your particular district, okay?
Cool. Yeah, Hana Pepe, ours is Awau.
Oh, cool.
And then
Oh,
I
neat.
remember you mentioned for Pu'olo Point area by Salt Pond is Waiʻono.
Yeah, Waiʻono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see a question. We used our fan and got it to fly. Weha.
Okay. You're one of the 154 that left, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
okay.
that's it. That's my presentation for today. Oh, and so now you guys go play with the wind. And this is a picture from this morning in Kahului. And so what you see here on this last photo are wind clouds. All of these are all wind clouds. They all have different names. And these are specific to Maui, actually. The ones that go around the West Maui Mountains, they're called Aumauna. But they're lenticular clouds, and they're the ones that look like UFOs. If we see them, people don't like to fly if they're pilots today. Today is not a good day. You're going to avoid that whole area. But if you look above that, do you see that? Okay, that one's called Kikiao. Everybody say Kikiao.
Kikiao.
Okay, and Kikiao is it's twofold. It tells you that the wind is going to be pretty gusty today, which it is, and also that there's going to be big waves. So I don't know about the waves because I don't live next to the ocean, but the clouds say that today's going to have big waves. So yeah, okay. So mahalo nui for granting me your time. I don't know how long, hour and a half, I think. Sorry.
No, we're good. 3:15 now.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying mahalo, mehana,
Mahalo.
tela, pi'imoku ohana. Everybody
Mahalo nui.
sharing a lot of aloha in there. We're really thankful that everybody came to join us. And I just want to let you know that, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for logging on. And so here you can see where you can go find all the upcoming Lei Ānuenue episodes. And if you go to kanaiokana.net/lei, you'll see tomorrow, apopo, we have different presentations, more geared for kumu and those that are wanting to engage using different apps and stuff. So both Kainoa and I will be presenting at either 9 a.m. or 2 p.m. And always what we're also trying to do is all the morning sessions will be the same URL. So you just go to kanaiokana.net/kakahiaka, and then those will be for the 9 a.m. sessions. And for the 2 p.m. sessions, it'll be kanaiokana.net/awinala. So again, we're trying to make it easier as we learn. And then of course on Friday, we're really excited because our an amazing artist, Meleana Meyer, will be coming and sharing about making and creating your own book. And so even on that website, you'll see what kind of things you need to bring in preparation. So for hers, it'll be a paper, scissors, and a pohaku. So that'll be up to you on, what you go out and gather and prepare. So again, we hope you can join us tomorrow for at least the kumus. And I know it's he laho ohano hanoi Prince Kuhio kalani ana ole. So just, we're really thankful. And, I was going to say, can you take pictures of your lupe and go when you're flying it and maybe post it on your social media? And you can use the hashtag Lei Ānuenue. So whether you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, we'll be able to find it, especially if you share it publicly. Then we can go and look for hashtag Lei Ānuenue, and we would love to see videos of your lupe, of your pe'a, and also the velo that will be velo outside, or puapua. So again, a really big mahalo yaoi e Kalei. No ko ka'analike mana'o for just sharing all that you did today, all the wins. And we encourage you all to go outside and kilo our makani on a regular basis, especially now during velo, and then go test out your pe'as. And then we also have, we're asking everyone to just let us know what you think. It just takes about a minute or so to do a survey at kanaiokana.net/survey. And Yeah, mahalo nui loa. And so we're gonna be ending here, and maybe she's just waiting. Yeah, joy kisses.
Mahalo nui. Mahalo
Hi.
nui for inviting. This was fun.
Yeah, mahalo everybody, and aloha.